Hi there, welcome to the Total Golf Improvement Newsletter. Now today's edition is on relaxed focus for better golf. It's very important to be relaxed when you're playing, but yet focus enough to aim at a specific target. So it's a gelling of the two. Now yesterday I went up to the driving range. It was a Saturday afternoon. I've had a couple Saturdays off golf, 10 days off golf. I usually play, once or twice a week. But often when I come back from a little break, I have a very relaxed swing. I have pretty good rhythm happening. And a couple contributors, maybe, you haven't played golf, so therefore you probably don't have any memories of past games in your head, good or bad. And I didn't have any technical things I was working on. I was just trying to make a relaxed golf swing, and I was hitting the ball beautifully for the whole sort of 45-50 minutes, in contrast to the guy next to me, the mechanic next to me. So he was stood in the one place, beating ball after ball. Now if you stand in the one place hitting ball after ball, you will hit poor shots. It's the way it works. You can't stay focused in that one position. You have to move away. Yeah, it takes effort to do that. Move away, get behind the ball, relax a little bit, take time off hitting a ball, look around, and then get back into hitting the ball, walk up to the ball, picture the shot you want to play. That's what you should be doing on the golf course, and it's what you should be doing when you're practicing. I'd rather hit less quality shots than more poor shots. You can see a lot of guys at the range, they go up there and we get dispensed 60 balls, I think, at a time, and that's enough. That's enough for 45-50 minutes for me, hour sometimes if I'm going slowly. But guys go through 120 balls within sort of half an hour. It's just like, if you want to do exercise, go for a run or something. Don't come up and just beat ball after ball. But anyway, take a note of that. Slow down. So yeah, tension is created when you have more time over the board. That's what the mechanic next to me was doing. He was just standing there and creating tension, and tension in the golf swing, it doesn't work. And if on the other side, if you don't have enough focused, you're not going to hit the ball towards a specific target. So it's that blending of being relaxed and then being focused to where you want to go, and then pulling the trigger. Now, things that go into that, into cultivating that relaxed demeanor, the way you move, the way you walk, the amount of time over the ball, as I just mentioned, your waggles, your grip pressure, imagining the golf swing and ball flight. Now, all these things are positive. They go towards creating a relaxed swing, and you should work on those things. Everyone under pressure, when you have a good round going, or you have a specific tournament you're playing in, your club championship or whatever it is, or a monthly medal, if you get tense, usually we get fast. You get fast with the walk, you get fast the way you think, you get fast from the top with your golf swing. You might take extra looks, more time over the ball. So it has to be worked on, this stuff, the way you move, your demeanor. An example of this, a real life example that you may have witnessed. I know I sadly did witness it. Greg Norman playing against Nick Faldo. Nick Faldo, by the way, was one of my favourite players because of his great steely attitude and play under pressure, just superb. But Norman, 96 Masters, leading by 5 or 6 to Faldo. Lost by 5 or 6 to Faldo, so you got 11-12 shot turnaround. Faldo shot 67, Norman about 78 or 77 or something. So golf psychologists measured Norman in the round, measured the time he took over the ball. Now Norman is prone to sort of, he stands quite still and moves that nice, long, slow takeaway. So he's going to err on getting too slow. And what they found out was that he was taking longer and longer and longer over the ball as the round went on, and the result was firstly is tension, and the result of that is a poor swing, and the result of that is poor scoring. So that's a real life example for you. In terms of rhythm, everyone's got a certain rhythm now. There's going to be some that are a bit faster, like Ben Hogan or Nick Price style, quick sort of fast rhythm. When you got others like, say, Nicklaus or Norman or Tiger Woods have got those a pretty long. Well, those guys have got wide golf swings, so they have a wide sort of slow takeaway. Other guys like Trevino and Faldo have that distinct dipping and dropping of the club and body on the transition, and that's their move, and they don't want to change that. That's their thing, and that's their best rhythm. You got to find yours. Most people are going to be sort of should try and get a bit slower. There'll be a few of you that swing too slow, which is not common, but it is out there. So you got to find the best rhythm and tempo for your game. What I'm going to do, just briefly, I'm going to show you a couple greats that I've mentioned, and let's look at the way their demeanour. What I was talking about before with the way they move and their waggles and just their demeanour. Little look at Freddie Couples. Everyone loves Freddie's swing. And here he goes. So look at his waggles and we'll come back here. Just look at, we're going real motion here. Look at his waggles and his movements and the way he sets up to the ball. His feet are moving. He's waggling a little bit. It's all nice and move. He doesn't actually have a particular slow backswing because he's not very wide. Not wide like Norman and Nicklaus. But a beautiful, relaxed motion. But look at the way, he sort of falls on his club and he dips around, he waggles, and there he is, just, so he cultivates that. I mean, I remember in a book I read where they asked him, what do you do when you're under pressure, Fred, to hit a great shot? And he just says you're not thinking about all this technical jargon. He goes back, he plays back a memory of how, a beautiful shot that he hit with that particular club. So if he had a 5-iron, a pressure shot with a 5-iron he had to hit, he'll roll back the tape in his head of a nice, high, beautiful 5-iron that he hit at such and such a tournament, a year ago or whatever. So he's got that feeling and that rhythm for the swing. So that's being infused into his body before he actually plays the shot. Let's look at the great man here, Jack Nicklaus, and again, look at the way he waggles and moves, and he cultivates a relaxed. He's focused, he's relaxed. This is the 13th hole to Augusta. Long iron, tough shot, beautiful movements. Look at him, and then he's just gorgeous. I'll hit one more shot here. We'll see one more shot from Jack. Alright, so there's a time and place for everything to move here. The body, all the movements, and it starts with you being in a relaxed frame of mind, a relaxed sort of, cultivating that relaxed body, the waggles, the walk. So in summary, when you're hitting balls or on the course, just step away. It takes more effort, and usually things that take more effort you put into, you get a bit of result from it. So walk away, relax the arms, look around, and then picture your shot, go up, picture your swing, and this will help with being relaxed. And imagine your best relaxed swing, and pick a player. I was thinking when I was in balls yesterday, I was thinking of Freddie Couples because that keeps me nice and relaxed. If it's a shorter shot, let's say hitting a half shot, you're going to have a different tempo because the swing is not going back as far. But you have to imagine that the correct tempo for the correct shot, and then step up and pull the trigger. The other thing that I didn't mention about that guy who was hitting balls next to me, I would be 4 or 5 feet behind. I'd visualize a shot being nice, relaxed. He'd be in the setup position over the ball. I'd walk up to my ball, set up 1 or 2 waggles, and bang, he'd still be there, trying to put the ball into some type of trance or something. So it's being relaxed and then stepping up and pulling the trigger, free of fear and any real thoughts, just being in a relaxed state of mind. So I hope you like this video. This another addition to the golf newsletter, the Total Golf Improvement newsletter. And for the members, there's more details below in the text written for you.